Well,
everyone
that's
looks
what I'm
good in a
saying.
bicycle helmet.
Who?
No one looks good, do they? Really? It's not a bicycle
So,
helmet.
what would you say? Brad Pitt would look good in a bicycle helmet.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to see. But I'm just saying that's like one of the two things really. That's.
And what blokes do you think look good bald? Who do you think would look good bald?
Don't know. Give me some names and I'll tell you whether they'd be all right if they're bald.
George Clooney.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he would do.
Who else?
Well, this could run and run.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, he could probably pull it off. He'd probably look all right.
Do you think he looks alright with hair then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done, Rick. Sony Award-winning stuff.
Play a record. And then the guy going, oh, he's stressed. He's stressed. Wild Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington, little bald-heady Carl Pilkington. You quite like being bald, don't you?
Well,
No fuss.
Like I say, you know, I'll probably won't age for a bit now.
Won't age for a bit? What do you mean you won't age for a bit?
Because I already look quite old.
I don't think so. Not with a hat on, you look really young.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm just saying, so I won't change that much. It's like that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I actually don't think, as long as you shave it, straight back, I can't have you on that. Nothing wrong with it.
But that kid who had that aging disease, just shave her head. And she wouldn't age that fast anymore. Do you know what I mean?
So this is the 5-year-old girl who had an awful disease where...
Well, we don't know much about it, to be fair.
No, we just know that you fell in love with the title of the programme, the girl that was older than her mum, right? And you were annoyed that people wouldn't serve her fags and alcohol. If she's, you know, she's living like an 8-year-old, let her have a fag.
Doesn't that sum up this show, though? Carl's comment, we don't know much about it.
Yeah.
We're still willing to make comments about it, to discuss it in length and possibly make crass jokes, even though we're ill-informed, as ever.
Yeah.
Right, well, there's something for you, right?
Go on.
This is what I wanted to tell you about, right?
Me.
Yeah, face transplants. There's this, some kid somewhere, right, who had a bit of an odd-looking face, right?
A bit of a what?
Bizarre-looking face.
Yeah.
And, there's a doctor somewhere who said I can sort that out for you, right?
Sure.
And basically what they do is they've got to get a face off a dead person.
Right.
Sorry, just, in this documentary you saw,
No,
did this documentary feature, say, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage? was it that documentary you saw?
All right, listen, you see...
Go on.
So,
Okay, no, so you can't get a
apparently-
face of a dead person, yeah, go
No,
on.
sorry to dismiss the idea of face transplants out of hand, but go on.
So, yeah, it's got to be a face of a dead body that isn't older than, like, 4 hours old.
Right.
4 hours dead, whatever. They can take it off, fit it on the new face.
It makes sense. But it's
weird,
not just
isn't
your face that you lose it, but it's the muscle tissue and bones, isn't it, when it's, like, disfigured? It could be through fire or whatever, or disease or... So they can't just literally plonk a face on, they have to do something else, don't they?
You're asking Carl, like he's gonna know.
I forgot then. He looked at was that in Russian?
Yeah.
I wish we could get him on telly just to show the look on his face when I said that.
Yeah.
It was brilliant,
ludicrous.
wasn't it? It was, you know when you, go to a cat, hey, we want some food then? And he just looks at you and he goes, it's almost like he can understand what we're saying. Go on.
It's like if you had been caught holding a mallet over a dead body by the police. Just staring at them blankly.
What I'm saying is, it would sort of work, yeah. If you peeled your face off and put my face on it, oh my god, why don't you and Steve, for an experiment, swap faces?
And the great thing is, I wouldn't age.
Yeah. Would you do that if it was safe?
I think I'm getting the rough deal here, though. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, no, you get some money back. It'd be part exchange. I mean, it would, you know, it's like you'd make up the difference just to wear your brilliant face for a week.
But the doctor was saying how, it's not complicated. He said the worst thing is something about, the people who were related to the dead person. It's a bit weird for them still seeing the face of someone they know walking about when they're dead.
Yeah, I can see that would be odd, yeah.
I loved you, Carl. You are brilliant. Honestly, you're never a dull moment. It doesn't matter whether you're talking or I'm squeezing your head. I'm never bored. I never go, oh, that's enough, Carl. Do you know what I mean? I had battling tops, I got bored. It's like computer games, you think it's the best game in the world, and someone goes, how are you getting on with Tomb Raider? You go, oh, I don't play it anymore. I go, how's Carl? I go, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. I was squeezed it yesterday, I was squeaking in his face, I got him down to the ground, he said this, he said that. I'm never bored with you. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant. I'd like to rent you out to people.
See me, I'm different. I would happily leave him now in the bottom of the cupboard.
Until quiz
With the
night.
Scalextrics.
Until the old pub quiz night, when there's no one else who will have you on the team.
Sure.
And suddenly
he's
you want to
done
be your
him
best mate.
Done him again.
Right?
Yeah, where's his mum and dad then, Carl? Yeah?
In
Yeah.
Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I love the fact you can insult me but never insult my parents. Please. Feeder, Butt Rogers, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Carl just said to me, so what face would you have to me? And I went, what do you mean? He went, well, whose face would you have? And I went, I don't know. A boy's, so the skin would be regenerated. He went, no, it'll be a bit weird. He said, oh no, someone famous. And I went, I don't know. I went, whose would you have? He went, Barry Sheen.
No, but what I meant was, when I was talking to
Barry
Suzanne...
Sheen?
When I was talking to Suzanne about it,
Yeah.
saying this is amazing, she said, well, whose face would you have?
Right.
Now, it's got to be fairly recent to have the skin fresh, because it can't be too old.
Right.
So I had a choice of, like, Barry Sheen,
Yeah.
or, what's her face, off Last of the Summer Wine.
Who?
Who's the old woman who just passed away?
Thora Hird.
Thora Hird. So that's what I meant. If I could have any face, because she said, well, you could have had Tom Cruise or something. I said, well, he's not dead. She said, no, but you could have had that.
You give yourself restrictions in your fantasy. So when I look down your picture, I love the idea that someone getting you a call. Mr. Wilkerton, hello, it's Dr. Hanrahan. Barry Sheen has just passed away. And you go, oh dear. Yeah, bad news and good news. Do you want his face or... Do you want his face?
Does Suzanne go out with you, like, for charitable reasons?
Is
Is it like you can adopt a boyfriend?
I love the fact that she encourages you.
Well, she was saying about Tom Cruise, and I was like, oh... You know, she said, you know, he's not a bad-looking fella or whatever.
Well, what she's saying is, Carl, is there any chance you could go and get a different face? Maybe something like Tom Cruise would be
but
good.
then I was saying, right, first of all, he's got to be dead and he's not. But if he was, and you had that done, would you feel like...
People looking
had
at you on the
something?
tube.
Well, no, like, say if the people who made Mission Impossible said, well, we want to do a third one, would I be in me right to say, well, I don't want to do it?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't mean to be offensive, Carl, but your girlfriend could do a lot better than you. I don't know what
I
he's
love
thinking.
the idea of this whole conversation about you in Tom Cruise's face and then get offered a film.
But
Okay.
why does she have conversations like this with you?
He was now on last night. He was now on the telly. We were
I
having a chat.
love it. What should we talk about? What about getting a new face? Oh, dear. Oh, that cartoon. If you don't know what Carl looks like, there's a cartoon that was in last week's Heat, isn't it, that I drew is on the website. What's it going for now? Bid.
I think it's at about 225 quid at the moment.
And what do they have to do to bid for it?
Just email in and I'll pass it on to the website people.
I know why Heat put it in. It's because the editor, Boyd Hilton, looks a little bit like you, doesn't he?
Sort of my ugly brother.
He's probably listening, and he says nice things about you.
Yeah, he can still say nice things, but I bet he knows deep down. You know if you're good looking or not, don't you?
I can't believe
Come
it,
on, Steve. I mean, what do you think?
This is going crazy now, Carl. I don't know. You're just, the insults are flying left, right and centre. You've got no limits. You've just gone crazy, you've just gone wild. You're swanning around just because you look like Tom Cruise.
I think it's because he's been hanging out with Christian O'Connell.
Yeah.
And they're both thinking, yeah, we're...
Couple of media players.
Yeah.
Too big for their boots.
Yeah, not scared. Although he's scared of Christian.
No, he's terrified
He's scared of Christian in here because he's not allowed to do monkey news.
No. Well,
Because
yeah.
Christian wants to do it. He's scared of him.
I'm not saying that, right? Christian...
I want to do monkey news, but Christian wants to do some monkey news. I'm not allowed.
Once around the block. Badly drawn boy. I like him. He's funny as well. You know what? I think he looks like if me and you were put in a blender, Carl. Do you know what I mean? He's got my sort of shape. He's got your sort of accent. and
I
bother
think
that.
when you put in a blender, does that would a voice sort of mix?
The times I thought of putting the two of you in a blender. That would
Do
be
you
a
remember?
joy.
I told you that thing about the sponges, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked him out. You know, if you get two sponges and you dye one red and one blue, and you liquidise them, we pour them into a tank of water. After a couple of hours, there's a blue sponge and a red sponge because their cells know, and they reform. And do you know what he said? He went, "How'd you kill a sponge then?"
Yeah, of course.
Oh, what a great thing to say. Oh, my back's killing me, because I went, you know, I did my back in last week, and I had to get a chiropractor out, and I couldn't walk. Well, as soon as I could walk, I mean, I came in here on my day off and did when you were in Bristol with your mum and dad looking after you. And then I went to Selfridges Sunday, and...
Well, you got a bit of money now, why not?
yeah, and, I went into the sports department, and, there's a golf simulator there, £38,000, and it's just like a shed, and I was looking at it like a kid in a sweet shop, and the two blokes that work there, they recognised me and went, "Oh, right, I do." I said, "Yeah, good." I was just looking at that simulator, it's brilliant, isn't it? He went, "Do you want to have a go?" And I went, "No, I'm crap, I can't do it." I said, and I got a bad back. And I went, "You have a go," and he did it, and a couple of times he went, "Oh, that's not bad." And he went, "Do you want to go?" I went, "Yeah, go on then." and I put it all down, and I really tried my hardest.
Of course you did.
And it took off, and it was really good shot. And he went, "Good." I went, "Well," I said, "I'm not go." And I was thinking, I've got to hit this one as well. I've got to hit this one too. And I hit it again. I had 3 goes. I hurt my back after the first one.
Yeah, but you carried on.
And it went, right, I said, "Cheers, thanks very much." And I walked away. And I went to Jane. I went, "I've got to get a cab." She went, "I've done my back." She went, "Well, why did you show off?" I went, "I had to."
Of course you did. That sums you up. That just
I was in
hits the
agony.
nail
I
on
was
the
all
head.
the way back. I had to lay on the floor and put ice on my back again for about 3 hours.
What was the best you thought could happen? That they would just say, "Oh my God, that guy, that's Ricky Gervais. Is there nothing he can't do?"
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
As I was seeing that, I go, "Cheers," yeah. As I got about a few yards away, I just slowed down, and Jane would go, "What are you waiting for?" I go, "Listen." And
Yeah.
it just go, "That man is a god."
Yeah.
And I go, "Come on, Jane, let's go home." Yeah.
You've just all... have you ever been able to walk through a fairground past